Now I would like to invite Mr. Mohammed Shakil Munir, President, Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for his welcome address.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. His Excellency Mr. Atadjan Movlamov, Ambassador of Turkmenistan and Dean of Diplomatic Corp, Chairman, Founder Group, Janab Khalid Iqbal Malik Saab, Janab Iftikhar Shalwani Saab, President Rawalpindi Chamber, Janab Nadeem Rauf Saab, newly elected President, Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Janab Ahsan Saab, newly elected President Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Janab Saqib Rafiq Saab, our senior members, my Senior Vice President, Mr. Sheikh Jamshed, my Vice President, Mr. Mohammed Fahim Khan, my Executive Committee members, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. I warmly welcome the Excellencies to this dinner reception and thank you for joining us at this occasion. It is indeed an honor for me to have you here with us this evening. I also welcome the distinguished guests and the respected members of business community to this occasion and thank you for joining us at this important event. I start with expressing my gratitude and thanks to the Allah Almighty, my parents, my council members, and all members of Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry for providing me an opportunity to serve the business community from the platform of Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry as President. I also express thanks to my Senior Vice President, Jamshed Akhtar Sheikh, and my Vice President, Mohammed Fahim Khan, for extending me their full cooperation and support to perform my role effectively. Excellencies, I will be completing my tenure as President, Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry on 30th September. However, I would be leaving my portfolio with a great sense of satisfaction as during my tenure. I maintained close liaison with the foreign diplomatic community to discuss the possibilities of improving Pakistan's trade and exports with foreign countries. When I took over as President ICCI, my close friend, His Excellency Mr. Andreas Ferraris, Ambassador of Italy, was the first diplomat who visited Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which was a source of great encouragement for me, and I want to thank him for this kind gesture. Thank you. His Excellency Al-Sheikh Mohammed Al-Marhoom, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman, also visited during my first month in ICCI, which showed the keen interest of Sultanate of Oman to enhance bilateral trade ties with Pakistan. The diplomats of many other countries, including Saudi Arabia, Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Turkey, Vietnam, Syria, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Albania, Nigeria, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, and others also visited Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry or held meeting with us during my tenure, for which I want to thank them all. Excellencies, taking benefit of this occasion, I would like to pay special thanks to His Excellency Mr. Atadjan Movlamov, Ambassador of Turkmenistan and Dean of Diplomatic Corps, as well as His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Karmoune, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco, and Dean of the Africa Corps, for their close cooperation and support to me. Whenever I invited them for any event, they accepted my invitation and graced the occasion, for which I feel very grateful to both of you. I also want to pay special thanks to His Excellency Mr. Adam M. Togio, Ambassador of Indonesia, and His Excellency Hamad Obaid Ibrahim Salim Al-Zabi, Ambassador of UAE, for their cooperative role with Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry and attending important events at our chamber as chief guest in order to further strengthen trade and investment ties of their countries with Pakistan. I want to thank the diplomats of African countries for attending Africa Day event at Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry this year. Excellencies, during my tenure, we organized many mega events for promoting the interest of business community. These included Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Pakistan Property, Housing and Construction Expo at Park China Flagship Center, ICCI Business Excellence Awards 2022 at Evanes Sadr, All Political Parties Conference for Revival of Economy, Women Entrepreneurs Expo and Environment Expo. The diplomats of many countries also joined us in these important events, and their presence was a source of encouragement for us, for which I want to thank them all. Excellencies, this year, a 55 members delegation of Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry, led by our Vice President, Mr. Fahim Khan, visited Dubai Expo and held fruitful interaction with stakeholders in UAE. I want to thank the Ambassador of UAE for his cooperation in sending this delegation to UAE. Moreover, a 120 members delegation of Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry, led by me, visited Azerbaijan on the first direct flight started between Islamabad and Baku with the efforts of His Excellency Khazar Faradov, the Ambassador of Azerbaijan. We organized a very successful business opportunities conference in Baku and held B2B meetings with counterparts of Azerbaijan, as well as signed some business deals. I want to thank the Ambassador of Azerbaijan for his full cooperation and support to Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry delegation in visiting Baku, and for his great efforts to launch direct flights between Islamabad and Baku. Excellencies, during my tenure, we took many good initiatives to resolve the key issues of business community so that they could be facilitated in promoting business activities with ease. The government had imposed many new taxes in this year's budget, and I, along with my team, worked closely with the Federal Finance Minister, Mr. Miftah Ismail, to revise the high tax rates on many sectors. As a result of these efforts, taxes on many sectors were revived or revised. The prolongation of a Balanced Rent Control Act in Islamabad was a 40 years long-standing issue of the traders, and this issue was also resolved during our tenure when Parliament passed an amended bill of the Rent Restriction Act for Islamabad. The Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry had made great efforts for this new rent law. I, along with Chairman Capital Development Authority, visited many markets to see the on-ground situation of issues, and CDA started many development works in the city, including markets and industrial areas. I held meetings with Mr. Ahsan Iqbal, Federal Minister for Planning, and other stakeholders for the establishment of a new industrial estate in the region, and I hope that the materialization of this important project would also create many new investment opportunities for foreign investors. I also held meetings with other federal ministers, Chairman FBR, Police Chief, and other stakeholders to address the key issues of business community. I hope that my successor would take forward these efforts for better promotion of the business and economic activities. Excellencies, you are aware that the whole world these days is passing through a difficult time due to high commodity price and historic inflation triggered by the factors which are well known to you. Pakistan is also facing great problems due to this situation. The recent flash floods have created new problems for the economy of our country, as Pakistan has to rebuild and rehabilitate the displaced families. The floods have put huge extra burden on our economy and taking benefit of this occasion. I want to thank all those countries that are providing generous support to Pakistan in this difficult time to provide relief to the flood affectees. However, you are aware that it is almost possible for Pakistan to rebuild the lives of flood victims back to their normal routine, as the country has suffered economic loss of billions of dollars. The initial estimate tell us that Pakistan has suffered economic loss of US $30 billion, which would definitely further increase. Excellencies, I believe that the best way to help our country in this difficult time is to increase imports from Pakistan. Pakistan is producing many quality products, including marble and granite, textiles, surgical instruments, medical equipment, chemical and pharma products, sports goods, leather products, food products, including rice, fruit and vegetables, IT products and IT-enabled service, etc. These products are very competitive in the terms of price and quality. Therefore, increased import of these products from Pakistan would help our country to improve its economy and address the issues of flood victims as well. Moreover, various sectors of Pakistan economy offer great potential of joint ventures and investment. The foreign investors can transfer technology to Pakistan and explore JVs and investment in areas of their interest. I look forward to your excellencies that you would play a role to help Pakistan to further increase its trade and exports and attract more foreign investment. It would enable our economy to achieve sustainable growth and uplift the living standards of its people. Before concluding, I avail this opportunity to introduce Mr. Ahsan Zafar Ali Shah, the newly elected president, Mr. Fahd Wahid, senior vice president, and Mr. Azharul Islam, vice president, Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This new team that will take charge from 1st of October is very talented, as it is a blend of young talent and experienced person. I hope that the foreign diplomats would extend them same kind of cooperation and support as was extended to us. With these remarks, I once again thank all the excellencies of their cooperation and support to me during my tenure. Whenever I invited any diplomat and approached any diplomat for meeting, I found them welcoming and forthcoming, for which I express my heartfelt thanks to all of you. Thank you very much. I also want to thank distinguished guests and respected members of business community for joining us at this dinner reception hosted in honor of foreign diplomats, and hope that it would be a great experience for you. Thank you and God bless you all. Pakistan Zindabad.